The New England Patriots just showed they're done playing games. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, and as well, that thumbs up. Boom, smash that for me as well. Climb it up to 8,800. Be a part of it. Don't miss out. So, Patriots, we know one of the biggest changes, not only obviously personnel, that's huge, coaching, that's huge, but we have experienced a huge culture shift in how, hey, the players are carrying themselves, the coaches are carrying themselves, keeping others accountable, all these different things that are going to help spur on this franchise to more Super Bowls. But first, obviously, making the playoffs. But that's beside the point. What we're talking about today specifically is the defense, and talking about how last year a lot of people thought the defense was going to prop up this team. Injuries, all these different things we've talked about before were huge issues, and the defense was rough. But guess what? Terrell Williams and a head coach who is very defensive minded in Mike Vrabel, they are changing, they are shifting what is expected of this defense. This should be obvious. But hearing quotes like this only spur you on to feel more positive and ready to go and ready to watch this defense. Let me say one. Scott Booker, safeties coach, came out and said, listen, we want people to see our violence. We want to play violent football. It is simple as that. Scott Booker also went on to say, listen, we don't want to just be known for how good we tackle. We want to be known for our aggressiveness, how we reroute wide receivers, whoever it might be, that they see, listen, it is going to be hard to gain yardage on this defense. And I think a lot of people, especially outside of the Patriots organization that maybe don't know a ton about this Patriots team right now, I think they kind of laugh at, they look at the Patriots and they think, oh, this is going to be an easy win. Someone outside the division that's on our schedule, hey, this should be an easy win. I think a lot of people are going to come to the realization they are going to get clocked in the jaw, and they're going to be leaving with an L, and it's not going to be good for them, especially with this defense being violent like this. Zach Core, linebackers coach, interim defensive coordinator at the moment as Terrell Williams is recovering from health issues, said, similar to Scott Booker, we want to play violent football. And that wraps up into focusing on, hey, where's my attitude at? Where's my effort at? And again, it's that culture shift. And I know a lot of people think like, hey, listen, we just need to bring in the best players. You can bring in the best players. But if your culture is not there, if you're not cultivating an environment that is, hey, again, this is how we play defense. This is how we hold each other accountable. This is how we lead. This is how we do all these different variables and we bring them together holistically. This is how we play freaking football for the New England Patriots on the defensive side of the ball. And obviously the same with the offensive side of the ball. But you love seeing this kind of verbiage and this rhetoric because, people get offended when you hear this, but it's a man's game. Go out there, you're going to hit hard, you're going to tackle, you're going to intimidate. That's the whole point. Listen, it's as simple as this. You want to go score, you got to get through us. We are stopping you from gaining any ground. Simple as that. Patriots, they're going to mean business this year on defense. So my question is, I know we've talked about the defensive side of the ball a lot, but again, I want to keep adding to this positivity, to this uplifting idea that the Patriots are going to be a great defensive unit, because I think they will by everything they have added, especially Mike Vrabel and how he sees the defense and how it should be coached, and bringing in guys he knows, he trusts to run this defense. So again, how do you see this defense? Do you think this defense is going to be one of the best in the NFL? Maybe top 5, top 10 total defense? What do you think? Comment below. Now, next up, we're staying with the same thing. We're still on defense. And I just want to touch on it real quick just because Christian Barmore came out just the other day and talked about essentially his 2024 health concerns, his blood clots, and basically telling people, listen, I'm moving on. That is in my past, because I think a lot of people want to bring that up, especially reporters. If you see people ask, it's How do you feel about this? What do you think about this? What do you think? And I can see why, if you remember Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, when he would go talk to the media, he absolutely despised the media. I think there's probably a handful of media personalities he didn't mind. Yeah, and I will say this is kind of a rabbit trail, but I really like this story. But he came out once and he was talking to a guy and he was like, listen, I'll let you interview with me if you go give out turkeys with me, basically in this rough neighborhood for Thanksgiving. You come give out turkeys with me and I'll do that. No pictures, no cameras, just come do this. And I respect that. I think a lot of people view Marshawn Lynch as a just not a great person necessarily. I think he's just fed up. I think he was fed up in the media and people trying to twist his words and say all these different things. And so that came to him basically just saying, I'm here so I don't get fined, which I kind of like. I really don't care. If you don't want to talk to media, I understand the NFL makes you sign a contract, all these different things. The Players Association, you're required to do it. But when you really look at it, I don't care. I don't care. It's just how you treat humans. But anyways, I think Christian Barmore is done talking about the whole blood clot thing, came out and said, listen, it's time to move on. Obviously, I wouldn't want this to happen to anyone. I've been given the green light to be playing week 1 for the New England Patriots, along Milton Williams, Keon White, and Harold Landry III on that line. That is absolutely diabolical. And so, talking about Christian Barmore, here's my big leading question with him is, what do you see his 2025-2026 season looking like? Do you think he's going to be Christian Barmore of old, where he is just a disruptive interior lineman that is wreaking havoc, especially with great talent around him? Do you think, and so let me throw out a number. So I believe the last full season he played, he got 8.5 sacks. I think that sounds right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe it's 8.5 sacks. I'm just going to throw that number out there. Do you think this year he's going to be over or under? Over or under 8.5 sacks this year for the New England Patriots? Do you think he plays the full year? So I'm just going to throw a ton of questions at you. Do you think he's going to play the full year, all 17 regular season games into the playoffs? What do you think? What do you view his season as? I'm saying, again, glass half full. I'm a very positive person, positive outlook. I think that, as we've said, as Christian Barmore said, this is behind him. He's moving forward. He is a young, obviously very talented based on the contract that he's giving and what he's given and what he has done on the field and shown. His resume is solid. And so I think he has a potential to go over that 8.5 sacks, especially with this defense, what we just talked about, how we're going to play violent football. It's going to be violent. We're going to be aggressive. Teams are going to know who we are. And I think that just adds to it. A player like Christian Barmore, alongside Milton Williams on that interior, is going to be, in my opinion, potentially one of the best interior defensive lineman duos in the NFL. That might be a huge statement, but they have the potential to be one of the best, if not the best duo in the interior defensive line. What says you, Patriots Nation? I would love to hear from you. Again, we're doing the hoodie giveaway. Mayday, Mayday. Description below what you need to do to get into that drawing. That's June. We got another one coming in July. Don't miss out. Subscribe, like, whatever the heck you got to do. I appreciate you. My name's Aaron. We'll talk later. Peace.